Hi everyone. So how are you all doing? How is life? How is parenting? How is work? How is business? How is anything that you're putting your hands on right now? I pray everything continues to remain fruitful for you. So today I'm going to be talking about something that I've heard people talking about in some places, and it's about basically at what age should your child start doing chores, you get. And I'm going to talk from my own perspective, from my own point of view, and what I did. As you all know, or you might not know, I have two children, two boys. One is 2 years old now, and the other one is going to be 4 later this year. And I think that, in fact, once they pop you out once you come into this world, you should start doing chores, right? So what I do is, I believe in the fact that every child should understand the value of work. And I was raised in such a way that work doesn't scare me, and it's because you work. It's normal to work. Work is not for poor people, or for people that are looking for money, or for people that have no choice. Work should be part of life. And I think that it's very important that we teach our kids by modeling to them and letting them know from as young as they can know that it is important to work. So we start in my house. We start with carrying your plates to the kitchen. So once my children are about 13 months old, because both of them started working around 11 months, right? So once you are about 13 months, because you started working from 11 months, so you have 2 months to flex a bit. Once you are 13 months old, basically in my house, once you finish eating, you are still using that your high chair. We will use booster seats and everything. Once you come down from your booster seats, they put the plates in your hands, and you're like walking to the kitchen, small by small, and then you put the plates. They will carry you up, and you put your plates in the kitchen sink. So it's easy at that point in time. It's not like you are suffering the child, because it's even easier for you to take the plate to the child, from the child, and put it in the kitchen, because it's faster. So it's easier for you to actually do the work. It's actually more work putting the plate in the child's hands and following the child, making sure the child does not spill the spoon, spill the plates and everything. And if there are leftovers on the plate, making sure the child doesn't spill it. It's actually easier for you to take the plate than doing all that. But I believe that it is important for me, or for my nanny, or for my husband, to take the time to guide that child into doing that, because from the beginning the child understands the beginning of work. So it's not like when the child is now 3 years old and 4 years old, and you now tell the child, take your plate to the kitchen. Yeah, you start taking your plate to the kitchen from now. You're now a big boy. And the child is like, is that not auntie something's work? Is that not your work? No. From before the child, everything, all the dots could connect, the child already knows that you clean up after yourself. Same thing from when you are 13 months, you start taking, once you remove in fact, we'll undress you, we'll wipe your bum, we'll do everything. But you see, your clothes, those are your dirty clothes, you take it to the laundry basket yourself. We'll wash your clothes for you, fine, but you take your clothes to the laundry basket yourself. Once they start around 12 months or so, they start picking up their books, because as you know, we read early in our house. We start reading from 6 months. You start reading. So if you make a mess, you are going to pack your books and put it on your shelf, your shelf that is not organized, but you are going to pack it and put it on. You'll be packing it one by one. It's very painstaking, but we do this. So you pack your laundry, you pick your laundry, you pack your books, you take your plate to the kitchen. If possible, if we find out that maybe you just decided that you want to spill food and everything, you will pack your food by yourself, and you will put it wherever you're supposed to put it. You throw your trash, you do everything. And we start in my own house, mostly everything is 13 months. We don't care whether you can talk, as long as your legs are walking, you will do it. And my plan, my children are still young, you get, so they have not started doing things like washing plates or doing house chores. But my plan is, once you're 4 years old, you will join the nanny to start doing house chores. The first one will be 4 now. So you will clean, because if you pour water on the floor, even the 2-year-old, before it became 2, if you pour water on the floor, you will go and get the rag and you will clean it. I understand the fact that you cannot, their hands are not strong enough, they cannot clean it well, but that initial cleaning that they just like do the leg like this, you will clean it, then will now go behind you and clean it further. But anything you do, you take responsibility. As long as you are not handicapped, you will take responsibility, you will clean the floor, you will do, because these children, it's always very beautiful to see when all these things begin to play out. Once the child is like 5 years old, 6 years old, you now start seeing that, oh, this child can do this himself. This child knows that when I spill this, I do this. Yeah, it's always such a beauty. People are like, God, how did your child become so good, so well behaved, so this, so that? No, they don't understand that it's because you have put some things in that child. You understand, since that child was young. So me, as long as you can do the work, you will do it. We'll clean up after you, but you will do it. I don't like, there was a time when my child like packed threw some rice or whatever. I think I'll put the video somewhere here where he threw some rice. I gave him the broom again. I said sweep. He just try and did something. Then I swept after him. Sweep. You get, so let me know what you think. I understand that different people have different parenting styles. You get, I have a goal, I have something I'm trying to achieve with those children before the age of 7 by the grace of God. You get, nanny, children, everybody, you're all equal in my own house. There's no nanny, there's no child. Once you can work, you go and work. You get, so that is my own parenting style. Let me know your own parenting style. Do you think that it's like too early to have your children doing those things? 13 months old, do you think it's too early? What age do you think is appropriate for you? Or do you think you have learned something new? Do you think you have learned something new, something that you see? And let me say one thing, children, I notice that children don't see work as work. You know, the way we see work, that it's work, oh, it's hard. Children don't see work that way. They just see it's like, you understand? But I notice that if we make it look like something that some people are supposed to do, or something that is like punishment, or something like suffering, later they will all imbibe it like, oh, work is like that. So we are trying to normalize work, we're trying to normalize chores, we're trying to normalize responsibility, accountability, and you know, all the it is and all. You get, so let me know what you think. How will you do it if it were you? And how are you doing it? And how did it work for you? I look forward to hearing from you. This video is getting too long, so I guess I'm gonna peace out.